And alrighty, folky dokes, we are back live once again, and we are continuing along with our journey in the long dark. So, hey there, hi there, ho there, duders and dudettes, welcome back, and a fine welcome to you if you are new to the broadcast. We're happy to have you along for the ride. Where that ride currently sees us is about to beat feet at a desolation point and begin making our sojourn to Coastal Highway. At which point, we'll likely stop at a few cabins along the way, but probably beeline it for the Coastal Highway garage, get ourselves set up, and as I alluded to in the previous installment, we are gonna hope, cross our fingers, that we can immediately go after a moose. We have 5 arrows. I believe we have 7 more arrow shafts. We have plenty in the way of arrowheads. But we need crow feathers, so that'll be something we're going to start farming when we get there as well. I'm sure we'll get a few along the way. Did make a mistake, however, in my loopiness, thanks to the side effects from the jab I got when I went to the doctor's the other day. Forgot to pause when I ended the last broadcast, and when I actually came back to check on the game, all our meters were, well, not all our meters, our sleep gauge and our water gauge was down, and we lost some condition bar. So thankfully I just quit out. It didn't save, but had to do some retreading to get a few of the things done. That's why we had 4 arrows. I wound up crafting 5. We do not have the crampons, so I'm gonna hold off and make those at the garage, because again, we're not gonna be climbing any ropes, at least not until we get to the Coastal Highway, so it's not really a necessity to have. But we got some hours put into our rabbit hat. We got 5 arrows. I want to try to avoid using the revolver. I mean, there will be some wolves in between here and there, so I'll conserve what I can. There you go. A couple of food items. That's good. I'll grab this. And hopefully no Mr. Bear. He should be around. I just don't know where exactly. He might be up on the road. Oh, it's early enough. He might just be starting his daily journey. I'm gonna head over here real quick, see if we got any more crow feathers. Doesn't seem like they keep replenishing. You never do know. That is a negatory, son of a bitch. We do need to head back up to the... Actually, we need to go in here. I'm fairly convinced we transported our maple saplings from the church to the Riken. I assumed I had them on me, but we didn't have them back at the processing plant when we did our crafting. So maybe I did leave them up at... Oh no, I did leave them at the church because they still had a little bit more to go. And I assumed that we would be coming through there to get out of this area. I don't think I need to grab the hacksaw. There's really no need for it. We have the hatchet. Heavy hammer, the only thing we'd really utilize that for is breaking down acorns. not really a necessity. We do have a little wiggle room on the weight department, though, so I'm sure we'll find a few more before we find ourselves needing to utilize such a thing. So let us rollick on up to the busted up church. We could also go to the lighthouse and hit up the lockers that we have not opened, but I highly doubt there's going to be anything of worth. And I would hate to go all the way out of the way just to get disappointed. Speaking of disappointment, I'm sure we're going to have a wolf when we get to the top of this hill here. But I didn't want a chance going the way we previously did, because if the bear is up there... Not that we can't handle business, but... yeah, again, I'm not going to grab those. We're going to go through plenty of revolver rounds before we even consider going to an ammo workbench. My only other concern is Mr. Moose spawning in, but I don't think we have to worry about that. Very rarely does the moose spawn up here, but it's always nice when he does, especially at the start. If you can get that moose-eyed satchel within like the first 2 weeks of your run, you are definitely going to be in good shape. You don't want them to spawn in too early, because if you don't have arrows, you're really not going to be able to do any damage to them. The revolver, I think it's possible to kill them. It's just got to take a shit ton of rounds. Damn it. Go kill the money. Alright, I have no idea where those maple saplings went. So they must have been in the wheel processing plant. I don't remember dropping them, and I didn't see them when we picked everything up. And I've never had items just disappear on me, so... That's fucking strange. Well, our bow is at 88%, so I think we'll be good. I'm sure we're gonna find some along the way. There's a couple of spots in Coastal Highway where they tend to produce themselves, one right at the exit that we'll be entering in from. There's a chance for birch saplings. There's a chance for maple, and there's also a chance that there's going to be nothing over there. This is where we grabbed our supply from, which is weird because there should be 2 stumps. Whatever. Matters not. And we do have some weight that we can disperse, but again, I'm kind of concerned that we're going to get hit with cabin fever, so we have an abundance of sticks and cloth. So if the need arises and we need to make a snow shelter, we'll be prepared. Matches? Damn it. I did not do anything with the deer skins. We need to get one more so we can make the pants. That's something we're going to address when we get to Coastal Highway. There's going to be more than enough deer there. we'll be spending a decent amount of time in that area, so just going through the motions, we'll be able to get the fixings for that. And now that we've got an abundance of old man's beard, we can ditch our disinfectant. And when I get inside, I'll turn this into medicine. Other news. We, in perusing the PlayStation Plus catalog, came across the fact that they added The Last of Us Part 1. So that got downloaded. I'll probably be jumping back and forth between this and that, because this is going to be a lengthy process before we start making our way to the far territory. Why did I grab that? So I figure we'll bounce back and forth, probably do a region, and then go and do a couple of chapters of that, come back, do another region, so on and so forth, just to keep the content varied. I mean, I do prefer to just stick with one title. But that's kind of semi out of laziness, because when I start broadcasting, I have to type in the title and the description, and doing that via the PlayStation controller is a pain in the ass. But whatever I like previously streamed, it'll save all the information, so I can easily just edit in to update it. But when I go to switch games, I have to completely delete everything and write everything out again. Oh, hey, another hunting knife. I'm actually going to bring that with us to the garage. That way we have a spare on hand. So again, as I stated in the previous stream, once I'm done in this region, I never come back to it. For a couple of reasons. It's out of the way, and there's only so much you can do here. But that's the other reason. Oh god. That would be the other reason why I try to craft up an abundance of arrowheads. That way I really don't have a need to come back to use the forge. Other than that, we've gone to all the areas. We hit the cave with the wolf, cleaned out the lighthouse, aside from the lockers. I don't think I really need the storm lantern. And again, I'm not coming back here. It'll be there if we do. No. Do not do that. And I really don't think I need any more coal. We should have like 8 pieces on us. 9 pieces, that's more than enough. Actually, I'm going to grab a couple because I just had an idea. We can disperse with this at the garage. And that way if we go through our stock, we don't have to go out of our way to get more. Though, again, now that I'm thinking of that, this is a common thing with this game. You start trying to make plans, and the new plans arise in your head. There is... Ooh, fuck, yes! That's our second sewing primer. That should definitely level us up. But, yeah, as soon as I said that, I thought about it. There's the Aurora mine that we can get coal out of that's not too far off from the old garage. Grab this flare too, we only have one. Don't really need that. We have antibiotics, but I don't know what the condition. 95, what are these? fucked up. I just assumed because they're light enough. If they were in good standing, we could grab them. But that's not something I've ever found myself worrying about. Unless, of course, you get intestinal parasites, because then you have to take up like 2 every day for 10 days. But I don't plan on eating all that much, if any at all, of the wolf meat or the bear meat. We'll try to cheese our cooking skill. Because once you get to a level of 5, you can eat anything, it doesn't matter. You don't have to worry about food poisoning, parasites, or any of that kind of stuff. Flare, perhaps I'll take that. Just because there's going to be wolves in here. Like I said, I don't want to waste the revolver rounds we have. We're down to like 13. Don't need you. Ooh, shit. Hell yeah. 94% too. Fuck yes. That is a nice find. I mean, the expedition park is a hell of a lot better, but this'll do. We're gonna lose 7% of our stamina bar, though. That sucks. That should keep us nice and toasty. We're saving those as backups. I don't believe there's anything else in here. Get this ready. Always a deer carcass over here, but usually anytime I interact with it, I get accosted by a wolf. Is that Mr. Badman? How do you do? Oh, well, fleece mittens. We really don't need those. Jerky. I don't know why I bothered. There's, to my knowledge, there isn't a memento cache in this area, so you're not going to find any scrawled notes. Please have some curve of this. More than one. Looks like we have 2. No others? Okay. So let us grab this. Hopefully we're getting nibbled. We really don't need the meat. We have, I think, like 6 guts on us. Oh shit, we got more curve notes. Oh yeah. Finally, more than one. And there's another carcass over here. Suppose we can grab your hide as well, just in case we wind up needing to do repairs down the line. Oh yeah, no, we're getting an abundance of crow feathers now. Fuck yes. This is where they've all been hiding, goddamn. Oh, word, we are now dressed well enough to gain temperature outside. Oh, that's fucking sweet. Did you spawn any more crow feathers like the last one? You did, hell yeah. That works. God damn. Alright, Normally I would have went back up. There's a cave. Maybe I should. We'll check this cave first. There's also an opportunity to do some beach combing as well. But there's often a wolf down here. Yep. How do you do? Said wolf. Yeah, piss off. Are you serious? Dude, I just dinged you right in the face. The fuck? There you go. Oh god, there's 3 of them. Okay, we're going back. I ain't dealing with that shit. Hawk and... Ooh, fire strikeout. Fuck yeah. Nothing else up in here? That's a good find. Now, if we have 3 down here, there's probably, if there's gonna be any, maybe just 1 up top. Not necessarily, there could be a couple up there, but I would like to believe. Well, the other reason I want to go up there is we're going to post up in the cave. Actually, how are we doing on food? Maybe I should grab that deer meat. Just to tie this off. There happens to be buns up there that we can grab for a little bit more meat. I'm really not too concerned with like getting an abundance of food, because as soon as we walk in, dude, even more crow feathers, fuck yes. The only drawback to this is we are gonna, actually, 11 minutes, the flare should last. I thought it might burn out. Kicking out any more crow feathers? We have 1 full piece of deer meat already cooked on us. I was considering, you suck, chugging a coffee. But we're close enough to the cave, I don't think we need to do that. But you will occasionally run into wolves up here. That's kind of what I was considering it, because this flare is going to run out on us. Oftentimes there's a corpse over here and maybe an item or 2. I don't hear any crows though, so probably not. He's usually over by this tree. So that's a negative. And I know not if she's gone straight for the cave. If we're going to be hunting bunnies, we should probably grab some stones. Doesn't necessarily mean there's going to be rabbits up here. Sometimes they don't spawn in. But usually you'll find 2 or 3. It's gotta be those crows that are making the noise. Alright. Hopefully we got some firewood. That works. I don't think we're gonna need a fire to get us through the night, but think we need to make just a smidgen of water. We'll cook the deer meat. At this point, I can ditch all those sticks. This counts as sleeping outdoors, being in here. I'm gonna just throw all these sticks except for 5. I suppose we can make some fire-hardened arrows now. That can stay right where it is. You don't need 3 of them on us. Let me see. Oh yeah, we picked up that sewing primer. I was just thinking, oh well, we're not going to do research anyway. Our sleep gauge is gone. So let's take a look. Show you to get some calories. Top you off. And we'll do 2 things of water. We don't desperately need to get water. We're going to be running out of toilets at this point when we get to the next region. Just in case we linger for a little bit. I mean, I could also make some coffees too. You know what? I'm going to do exactly that. Place you down. We'll do another water to circumvent what we're going to waste. I think we have 1 more left that we can make. You get 0.41. Let's put those into the thermos. Do. Go. I just need to remember those are in there. I think of other stuff we can do while we're wasting time. Let us clean you to 100%. It's not necessary, but again, when it comes to the guns, I try to keep them above 80% just because they shoot straighter. The higher the quality. Don't really ever concern myself with having them break. I don't think I've ever had that happen during a run. One more. That's kosher. And we can't do the sewing primer. I'm gonna throw that on and then I'm gonna go. I was gonna drink a coffee. I wanna go cut up a cedar log. There should be one out here. And we can take a look for rabbits. For some reason I thought that was a crow fella. I see a bun. relatively close because we can't run to get it before it wakes back up. Where the hell did you go? I wasn't seeing shit. Where'd you go? There you are. Oh, of course you move as soon as I find you. You chucklehead. Oh, don't get up, don't get up, don't get up, don't get up, don't get up. God damn it! You son of a bitch. Alright, let's chop you up. Fuck! Foiled. Foiled again. Oh, now you definitely have to die. Stop running. Seriously. Stop moving. Fucker. Fine, you win. I don't give a shit. Get back to the cave. Stand fire is gonna run out. So, we'll chop that deer meat. We'll top off. Probably not gonna sleep all that long. Just enough to get moving. Again, I just want to offset whatever buildup we have towards cabin fever. So we had what, 10 pieces of coal, threw 3 on. Gives us what, pretty much 6 hours. That's good for some calories. Good enough. Should probably digest some vitamin C, so accomplishes that. Fuck. Apologies. Usually I can get to the mute button, but that one just snuck right in there. Alright, so we said, what, 6 hours? Even if the fire does go out, we won't lose too much temperature gauge if it's cold. Yeah, so we're losing a little bit of temperature gauge. Let me see, 29%. Well, we should be fine. I don't want to push it. Just make sure. Oh yeah, no, we're good. Now, if we hadn't found that parka, I don't think we'd be in the same situation right now. Oh, yep, now we'd be pushing it. So, good enough. That motherfucking rabbit now. I ain't gonna screw it up. Require us to light another fire and go through the whole hassle. Hacking away at him, all for like 200 calories worth of food. Not really worth it. So, what we're gonna do, hopefully not get attacked by wolves, pop inside the basement real quick, see what we have for items. It's probably not gonna be worthwhile. Usually a flare, maybe a jerry can, a couple of clothing items. If we can get some wool socks, that would be good. And a can of spray paint. How could I forget? Oh, okay. Yeah, it was worth coming in here. There's your flare. So, because we just went through So I don't know if they moved this spawn, but sometimes there's a jerry can that you'll find right there. I haven't seen it in quite a few runs. We don't need another pry bar. We could use that. We don't need... Hey! Ask and you shall receive. I don't need you. Alright, let's suit up. That's the ticket right there. Okay. That's worth it. Which is better. This is actually better than this. Oh shit. And they weigh the same too, so you can go bye-bye. That's kind of a shame. Alright, it's good that we got them, but they're only 42%. But again, we have an abundance of cloth, so it's not like we can't repair them. Make 2 flares. Get some liquor and I'll take it. God's telling me to keep the torch going. Just in case there's wolves nearby. Car over here I want to check out. Sure thing. Alright. Ah, there's the note. Not gonna read it. Another can of spray paint. You shouldn't have. Nothing in the backseat, anything in the trunk. Not a thing. Okay. I'm not gonna go scouring about up there. We could loop this way though. Not that there's necessarily gonna be anything over here, but I'm hoping to find a sapling. A piece of coal. That makes up for what we just used. And there's often a deer carcass over here. I would know for a certainty if it was daytime, because we'd have crows. Oh, it's a stick. I'm like, why is that moving? It's not making noise. I don't want to venture too much further. I don't think we have a deer carcass over here. It's usually like in this area. Alright, let's get that friggin' ditch. We probably don't need that no more. And crouch. Alright, now, hopefully, we will lock out. Find some saplings when we get on the other side of this. It's early enough, I don't think we have to worry about Mr. Bear. And we won't see any wolves till we get over by the cabins, if at all. Another hunting knife. Goddamn. Alright. 76. I'll take it, whatever. It's kinda hoping the hunting rifle is gonna be in there. That would have been a score. Unless, is it in the trunk? I can't remember. some things are coming back to me. A lot are foggy. So this will be good for ammunition and food items. So we'll definitely be heading that up. It's all the way on the other side of the region, but it'll be there when we get there. Ah, shit, we got birch. That's fine, though. I was really hoping for the maple. Just because my curiosity's piqued. You would have seen it. Again, I'm pretty convinced you're never going to find both spawn at the same time. I think it's one or the other. But you keep in mind, sometimes nothing spawns over there, so don't bank on it. But other than that, no, alright. I was just going to say always spawns. There's a deer carcass over here in the ice, but he ain't here. Son of a bitch. So this is where you want to be on guard. As soon as you get over this area, you may encounter wolves. I think I just... Oh wait, no, that might be the bear. Oh, that's definitely the fucking bear. Alright, he's on the prowl. His home, one of, in this region, is right over yonder where that tree is. A little ways beyond that. Probably should get a gun out. He will fucking sneak up on you over here. But oftentimes there is a wolf or two. And, yep. There's a wolf somewhere around here. Shit. Fuck you. What did I expect? I knew he was there. Still doesn't stop you from being fucking startled, though. Let's see. I'm just gonna fast forward time. There we go. Now we have ability to see. Odds to find some food items. Certainly gonna find water. Let's go upstairs first, then we'll hit the kitchen. Another hacksaw. Can't give me a friggin' regular hatchet, though, can you? Bastards. I don't think there's anything inside the crates. Now, I could... Oh, hey, okay. Actually, I think the Mackinac jacket's better than a plaid. We just got rid of the Mackinac jacket, right? Maybe, I don't know. I would grab the hacksaw, but I can guarantee you there's gonna be one at the coastal garage. The only other real area that we would need it is Forlorn Muskeg to get scrap metal for the forge, and Timberwolf Mountain to crack into the containers. It's gonna be some time before we get there, so there's really no absolute necessity to go grabbing that shit. Cooking pot! Fuck yes. I get very excited when I finally get the cooking pot. So, now, we're gonna ditch both of those. And I'm gonna straight up ditch that. We don't need 3 of those on us. Do we got any fried fish in here for us? Nope, we have raw fish. I'm gonna take that. We'll make a fire when we go outside. Our hope is to find some condensed milk. That's good. Maple syrup. Oh, more coffee. Well, it's not the coffee I was looking for, but pre-made is just as good. That and teas are probably the best cheese left in the game to increase your cooking skill. Don't need more of that. That just reminded me we need to address our old man's beard. How's our water? 22. Grab a little bit out of the toilet. But if you hold up, like in a cave or whatnot, and you have an abundance of coffee and teas on you, you can easily just, especially, again, once you've got the cooking pot, put the cooking pot on one side of the fire and just rapid fire kick out coffees and teas. Each one's going to give you a boost to your meter. Now the question is, where the fuck is the bear? I don't need him sneaking up on me. I'll scoop out here real quick. Speaking of, there's some teas. We got cooking oil. Oh, yeah, way overweight. Peanut butter. Tomato soup. Carrots. I would like... We don't need any more carrots. I would like to grab that cooking oil just to get it to the garage. Because another item I like to spit out early on is ptarmigan, rabbit, coffee, yes. And what's the other one? Either way, pies, because they give you a boost to your carry weight. They're always good to have on hand. Earlier in the game, not so much, because they do reduce in quality quite quickly. But once you get to a cooking level of 5, you can eat them once they get ruined. So it's worthwhile to always have a couple on you. Especially when you're a hoarder like myself. Which, again, we're going to have to address that before we beat feet. Random. Yep. Okay. Speaking of which, what are we doing here? We need to drink some water. Gobble down some food. Where's... yeah, carrot, vitamin C. Want that peanut butter. Oh yeah, 5-pound fish ain't helping things either, so maybe we should go cook that. Get your peanut butter. I'm gonna get rid of that one. So I grabbed this so we can make torches. What else can we do? You can read this. Time-wise, we should be able to knock it out. I kind of want to wait till we get to the garage. Dum, dum, dum. We have far more cloth than we really need, so I'm not going to break that down. Let's repair you. Repair you. Anything else desperately need repairs? I'm just going to drop that out, right? I could use a repair. Do this and probably. Oh, you son of a bitch. And maybe, yeah, I'll do this too. Alright, and now. Ditch a bunch of this cloth, because I don't think we're going to be making a snow shelter at this point. Keep 4 on me. We only need 4 of these. Oh, we can get rid of you. Maybe 4 hours of daylight left. Let's sleep for 2 hours. We'll chug a coffee and get the heck out of here. I'd like to think that's going to give us enough in the meter to get to the garage. Oh yeah, thought I was going to have to go into the thermos for it. We're good. Alright, do I want to grab that? Fine. I don't like carrying those around, the cooking items. They weigh a shit ton, especially the bag of flour. Oh, we have deer. I have no idea what the bear's going to be. If the deer are there, though, he shouldn't be around. So yeah, his usual walking path is he'll go up here, get to the road, and then like loop around, I think. He might be back at his cave for all I know, though. We have a dead deer on the ground there, though. Yep. Well, that answered my question. Let's consider bagging one. I mean, I could go over to the misanthrope's cabin, but I usually tend... Oh, shit! There's Mr. Bear. You prick bastard. Maybe we will go to the misanthrope's cabin. I think that would just be a splendid idea. I was going to go harvest some meat off of that deer, but somebody had to fucking come along and ruin my plan. So over here, there's sometimes a boat with an item or two. And those are wolves. They're far enough away they shouldn't screw with us. That's a deer. Nothing? You suck. Though actually, since the bear is not near his home right now, there's a backpack. It usually has a research manual in it. I should take advantage of this fact and grab that now. I don't think there's anything else but this backpack. I just want to take a look. Nope. Won't make no bones about it. What do you know? Yep, he's heading home for the night. Keep our head on a swivel, because there's often wolves over here. Quite surprised we haven't seen one yet. There's also an abundance of this stuff, so it's worthwhile to head over here. And on the opposite side of this hill is Jackrabbit Island. If you are trying to fashion up some rabbit mitts or a rabbit hat, you got two options. You can throw your stones or set up some snares, which is what I often tend to do. You can just set it and forget it. Fuck yeah. You know, we can get rid of the makeshift one. Actually, we'll bring that to the garage too. Why not? We're already overweight, it doesn't really matter. We need to cook this fish too, fuck. I'm gonna do that right now. I can't remember if the bear comes up here or not. I think you might have to lead him. I don't think he'll come up here on his own. Don't take my word for it, because I'm not 100% certain about that. Results may vary, but I think you're pretty much safe when you're up here. Oh, you can take 47 minutes. Our water situation more than fine. We'll have a toilet inside if we need any. There we go. Takes care of our vitamin C needs. Actually, I'm thinking I should probably do some fucking coffees too. Oh. Sure. I got rid of that other fucking can, didn't I? Well, here's what we're gonna do. We are gonna eat this to produce a can. And we'll just make as many coffees as we can to use the water that we have on us. And then we'll replenish in the toilet when we go indoors. I think that's probably going to be it. No, we can do one more. Mm-hmm. That's it. Alright, grab you. We have more cans on us. Of the food variety, but we have more cans when we need them. So let us actually utilize the fact that we have this going. Do some exploring, replenish our water. Urban parka. Not to be confused with the old-fashioned. Take that, we can break that down into leather. More lantern fuel, fine. Watch there be another fish. What we got running over the roads. I don't know what I'm grabbing. I don't think I've ever cooked anything that uses that. There's likely gonna be some down at the gas station. God damn, why do you keep feeding me lantern fuel? Yeah, condensed milk, good shit. One of the better food items. One, it gives you water along with the calories. Two, it gives you an abundance of calories. And it is one of the highest sources of vitamin C in the game. And it's pretty light as well, so that's one of the food items that's got a lot going for it. No, we haven't gone through these. Fuck yes! I don't care how many coffees you give me, I'm always going to be happy. Every time I get it. That does that. And we have trash truck backing up. Can we do this before too much runs out? Fuck you. Spray paint don't need. As long as I get the water. Hey, soda. I'll double check everything when we wake up. Yeah, I'll trade you. Alright, let's shut that down. We're definitely gonna have to do inventory management when we wake up in the morning. For now, let's sleep for 10 hours. Let's do some research, shall we? We should level us up on that. Alright. Alrighty then. Yeah, we got Wilderness Kitchen too. I don't know if I want to do that one just yet. What I am going to do is get rid of this. That's way too much. Get rid of that. We really don't need all these coffees, but I'll leave them at the garage. Because again, that's going to be our base of operations, so we can always go back to replenish. imagine we're gonna at least head there a couple of times before we move on. Drop you. Drop you. E6. Actually, what are you rated at? Poof. It just gets worse and worse each time we go in them. Alright, no, actually, we didn't go through these. Doesn't look like we're missing much. Awesome. So the one we had was about to run out, so I wasn't too worried about it. I knew we'd find one. Probably find like 3 or 4 before we leave the region. Pretty much can guarantee you there's gonna be one at the garage. It's usually in one of the med boxes. Let's see. Doop, doop. Doop, 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 doop. We're gonna lose a lot of weight once we get to the garage. That being the case, let's skedaddle on down now. Let me grab this old man's beard over here. We'll probably grab this burdock too. We will be coming back over in this area. Probably not up here, because we scoured the cabin, but there's a fishing hut down there. So if we get around to making snares, we'll probably put a few over here. But there's another cabin over there we're going to need to check out. I thought there was more. There it is. Fishing hut over here. That way we don't have to venture over in this area again. That's the one I'm looking for, because Mr. Bear is usually over here, and again, it's not that we can't handle him, it's just why bother if we don't have to. I don't utilize anything of his. The only thing you can do is make a bearskin coat and a bearskin bedroll. But once they introduce the improvised down bedroll, which you can make with the ptarmigan feathers, there's really no need to harvest anything off the bear. I mean, you can get an abundance of guts, and if your cooking skill is level 5, you can definitely survive off his meat, but early on, it's not really a choice. He'll grab this water. Pretty sure he's laying down over there, I can't really see. Kind of what I wish they would introduce friggin' binoculars into the game. killed. I assume those are the deer back, but that could be a wolf. God, this is why binoculars would be fucking clutch. Yeah, I assume it's deer. Kind of tell by the neck. So the question is, do I want to go over and harvest that deer? Because it's guaranteed food. But then I'm just going to have to go all the way out of my way. I'm going to leave it there. As I pointed out a couple episodes ago, any of the carcasses, pre-dead variety, they will not despawn on you until you take all the items off of them. But anything you kill will despawn over a period of time, regardless if you harvest them or not. So, like in that situation, I know I can always go back to it. It's gonna be there. Get the gun out, Slammy. You know there's gonna be wolves. Sometimes there's a memento cache over here. We wouldn't be able to do anything with it until we find the clue for it. We're here, we might as well. And on the plus side, we have not had one game crash, but again, I'm pretty certain the crashing was relegated to the DLC areas, so we won't know for a certainty until we get that far. God help me if it's still the same. I'm not going to put up with that shit. We don't eat potatoes. Oh, yeah, I can grab that. We'll just bring it over to the garage. That's exactly why I was reluctant to re-download the game. But upon reflection, I knew I was going to have to establish a run. So it's not a problem. Because, I mean, we do have an abundance of things to do. But not that we haven't already done them to death on this channel. What haven't we done? I think the only things that we have left in the game trophy-wise to do is we need to do the bear challenges, 1 and 2. We have to do the Dark Walker challenge, and then with Wintermute, we have to, between episodes 1 and 2, find all the hidden caches. And then we get the platinum. I just don't have the heart to go doing that stuff just yet. I'm sure at some point I'll change my mind on it. But the Dark Walker's got to be absolutely frustrating. I could just watch a guide, but I'd rather just figure it out on my own. And the Hunted, I've tried part 1 a couple of times. I can't remember off the top of my head how far I got. I don't think I've gotten out of the first region, Pleasant Valley. Oh yeah, there you go. This is what I always say, check your crates. They will fucking sneak some items by you. gave it a couple of attempts, and just, I mean, we made progress each time, but since I haven't tried it in a great many months, I'm sure it's going to be starting on the drawing board. It just doesn't give me the incentive or motivation to dive into it. But we get over 1,500 fucking hours in this game, so I really would like to get the platinum at some point. But it is not the easiest one to obtain. In fact, now that I say that, I want to see what the percentage rate on that is. I'm sure it's fucking abysmally low. Let us see. Ah, shit. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do some scrolling. Bear with me. I can't remember the last time I got a fucking trophy in this game. Where are you? No, I'm sure it's been before that. Because I think the last one we got was the Faithful Cartographer. Where are you, bastard? There you are. It's already 83%, 89 on the main game, 88 on Crossroads Elegy. What do we need on that? Every last one. Collect all 6 notes with details on Forest Talker activity. 0.7% of players. Yeah. Alright. Platinum. 0.1% of players have earned. Ah, that would explain a lot. Okay. So, yeah, I'm not beating myself up on not having that. Fucking Jesus. In fact, I'm actually pretty hey, look, we didn't need to grab that. I'm actually pretty astonished we got the Faithful Cartographer one, because I'm sure that's a 0.1% as well. That was a bitch. And the reason some of these trophies are a bitch is because, like especially like the 500 days one, you can put in 499 days, die at that point, and guess what? Now you gotta start all the way from scratch. And a trophy like that, depending on how you're playing it, that could be like a month and a half's worth of work, just shot straight to death. But there is a few ways to cheese that trophy. I've pointed it out in a couple of runs, but like 2 ideal locations for that is, yeah, we don't need another flare. The prison up in Blackrock, because you can set yourself up right outside the ammo bench. And temperature-wise, if you're dressed appropriately, you don't really need to worry about losing your temperature gauge. So there's many wolves that spawn there. There is a moose not too far. There's a bear that spawns inside the prison walls. So you can get a shit ton of meat, craft up just water upon water upon water, get yourself a nice surplus of both, and then just fucking fast forward time. You can knock out like 100 days without fucking moving. Pretty much in the span of like an hour or 2. But if you just try to play it straight up, like I said, it's gonna take you like a fucking probably a month and a half of straight playing. Maybe even longer, depending. we got a wolf over there. Which isn't going to be an issue for us. We'll get inside the garage before he shows up. There does tend to be a bear that spawns. He's up over the ridge there. And there's also a moose, which is what we're banking on. I want that moose to spawn in. Yeah, go fuck yourself. Well, delayed reaction. And I'm shocked that didn't land. Yeah, get the fuck out of there. We repaired the gun. That was our first shot. So that should have been dead bang. Whatever. And another thing of cooking oil. Goddamn. Alright, now that we're here, we can start establishing our base. Grab all this food. Fan running with her rods. Damn it. Casing, cartridge. 2 flares we don't need. Absolutely nothing. Sodas for days. I could just leave these things right where they're at, but I would prefer to transport everything to where the bed is. Yeah, whatever. I assumed there was going to be one in here, but I thought it was going to be over by the bed. It's usually on a shelf over there. That water can stay for now. But I like to get everything situated in one area. Just because it makes scouring for stuff in the dead of night a hell of a lot easier. So we got a pry bar there. I guess we're not going to have a hacksaw in here. Whetstone. Doesn't necessarily mean we won't, but oh no, we do. And there's a sewing kit. We may actually have 2 in here. So now what we need to do is get ourselves situated. So what I tend to do clear out space on this floor here. This is where I usually drop all my curables, because you can organize them if you like to do such a thing. So we got our cured ones, we got our fresh ones. Let's go there. Alright, some people just drop it all in a heap. To you, I say, fucking heathens. But I, on the other hand, deal with fucking OCD, so that doesn't work for me. Next order of business, we need to drop some tools, because we don't need all these. Because another thing that I like to do, and it works quite well for me, is any spare tools that I come across when I am in a region that has a base, I always like to leave one of each type. So if I find myself in a situation where I don't have a whetstone and my shit breaks, I know I don't have to go far in order to replenish what I lost. But another thing that I also tend to do to avoid wearing down my whetstones and such, speaking of, is I'll let it get low in quality and then I'll just switch over. Especially like when I'm out and about too. When I come across stuff, if it's of a higher quality, I'll tend to just drop the one I'm carrying and switch it out. Because you don't want to carry a whole bunch of extra shit with you. As you can see, we're at 104 fucking carry weight right now. Not an ideal situation to be in. So we got that. This is gonna go by the door. These will probably put into the right here. That's what I tend to do. Suppose you know I want to toss all of them in there. There you go. Keep 10 eyes. So another thing that I tend to do, kind of recommend it. It just makes things easier for you, especially if you've done like we've done and knocked out a whole bunch of arrowheads. Disperse them throughout your bases. I like to leave the fixings for 10 arrows, so 10 shafts, 10 arrowheads, 30 crow feathers. That way you don't have to go scouring for resources. Again, much like I was stating with the tools, if your supplies running short, you can always just backtrack. Because the one thing that will definitely help your runs more than anything else is to continuously think about future you. Because if you find yourself in a pinch, we got a hunting rifle. You find yourself in like dire straits instead of fucking having to run around desperately trying to find things. You've already got yourself established. It definitely takes some of the stress and anxiety off the run. But it's not necessary. I mean, I try to be far more precautious than you really actually need to be, but you can never be too prepared either, so. But at the same time, don't put yourself out any. If you're gonna need stuff, keep it on you. Speaking of Barb's rifle, oh fuck yeah, it's named? That's fucking sweet. I don't think I've actually ever gotten Barb's rifle. Usually I get, I can't think of the name of it. It's been so long since I played. It's Woodwright's bow. Whichever one that's got like the masking tape all over it, that's the one that I always tend to find. And I like, hey look, we do have a second storm lantern. Wouldn't you know? You can go there. Again, I like to leave those by the doors. That way if I don't have torches or flares on me, I'm not gonna have to fumble around too much. I'll break this down. Oftentimes you'll find some rifle rounds. Not guaranteed, but oftentimes. Nope, we got shafted. And another thing that you can do to establish this base, nice and proper, there is an abundance of wooden crates, 2 of which inside, a bunch outside. Well, pallets outside. Get a shit ton of reclaimed wood and just dump it right here. You will never have to worry about getting a fire going. So 2 lanterns, 2 fucking pry bars, a hacksaw, and we're still going through shit. There might be something else in here. weird leather. And one weird gloves. Oh yeah, all this food that I'm carrying, we gotta dump in there. That's why we weigh so much. Hey, no, 7 kit. I'm kinda shocked about that. I didn't need to grab that. Alright, yeah, let's go address this food situation. So, food and such, I tend to put here, like I said, firewood over there, which again, you just pick up that fir log back and go. That I want to use to make fire hardened arrows. Coal is going to go here. Actually, we won't have 2 on us. For emergency purposes. Now let's get rid of our food. That all can stay right there. We need to find salt too. We got like 3 cabins surrounding this. I'm sure we'll come across it. Coffee. What else can we get rid of? This is a pet peeve of mine. I was going to put the coffees up on something. Idiosyncrasies and such. Once we're done with this, we're probably going to take a break. We've been going for a clip. Speaking of coffee, mine is empty. So definitely need to address that, and definitely do for some nicotine. So we'll get on that. And a nice supply. We also have a bunch in our thermos too, so it's, well, I wasn't too concerned with carrying all that. No, fuck else can we get rid of? We need to make improvised crampons at the bench. Ah, shit. I gotta drink some water. I mean, we'll gain our condition bar back if we lose any. It's not the end of the world. Definitely don't want to let that calorie gauge get any lower than it was, though. We lose the well-fed bonus. It's going to be 3 days before we get that back, and that'll definitely hamper our travels. Just trying to clear out some space. But as you can notice, I kept the lower quality stuff because, again, once it gets below 20%, you take the risk of getting food poisoning. But with your processed man-made food items, you can store those inside. They will degrade slower. If you leave them outside, they'll degrade quicker. But opposite with your meats. Those, cooked or not cooked, you want to leave outdoors, because if you leave them indoors, I think it's 1 to 2% a day degradation outdoors, as opposed to the vicinity of like 10% per day indoors. Is a huge gap. So, I think I need to explain the importance of that. Let's see. What else can we get rid of while we're here? We do not need all these fucking matches. God damn. Do we have a shelf? I'll just put them inside. You know what? We can waste one right now. Put them in here. So keep the cargo and we'll get rid of the wood. The wood weighs more considerably. It's not a huge fucking difference, but it adds up. Especially when you're carrying a fucking 150 of the damn things. We don't need tinder. That can go. What else can we get rid of? Potatoes, but I'll drop that. These oats are definitely going to get tossed. Probably going to be about it. So let's drop those taters and the oats. Potatoes ain't good for us until they're cooked. So we are at 70 pounds. Once we're back to tip-top shape, we'll be at 77 for the max. These cane goods are adding up too. We don't need all these sodas. Do we need those? Again, like I said, we're going to be coming in and out of here, so we need to replenish. We can do so at a later point. Alright, we need to get some sleep, and then we are going to probably grab Barb's rifle. Let's see how much this weighs. Oh shit, this weighs more than your regular one. It probably hits fucking more tankier. I also don't like the fact that it's at fucking 30%, so we're gonna waste most, if not all, of what's left on our cleaning kit. We have 2 of them though, so it's not a problem. Yeah, so there's this one. There's another one that looks like far more decorative, and then there's the one that's got the, like the masking tape all over it, or an ace bandage, either or. Like I said, I've never found this one in my run, so this should be interesting. A pale green. Yeah, that looks fucking green to me. Pale green, .303 with a custom stock. A trucker's companion and a durable friend on the open road. Reliable beyond all else. Alright, so yeah, I kind of guess it's going to hit like a truck. So, we'll deal with that when we wake up. Actually, we might be able to clean it right now. Alright, we'll do that. And we can skip the tedium when we come back. Oh, this is going to take a minute. Yeah, like I said, I prefer the one that's got like the tape all over it. I think it weighs the least out of all the rifles. Yeah, there goes that one. It's probably not as effective or as powerful as the other ones. I just, again, I could care less about damage. My concern is always just carry weight, which is usually why I often don't even bother carrying a rifle with me. I'll just opt to use a shit ton of fucking arrows. But it can be effective to have a rifle on you. Just to send you big game, like the bears and the moose, running. If you don't want to deal with them, you can shoot them from a distance. And with the timber wolves, that comes in clutch too. Because if you can spot them from a distance, you can usually pick one or two off before they get on you. I'll do one more. But once they get up on you, fucking the rifle ain't gonna do shit for you. Which is precisely why I say, like, if you're gonna be venturing into Timberwolf territory, dude, just have yourself like 100 revolver rounds and just get ready to go ham. Bonus points if you want to carry some noisemakers with you, but again, those are pretty much good for friggin' like the small metered ones, but when you get a pack of 5 or 6, dude, noisemaker's not gonna do dick for you. You basically gotta kill like 3 of them before they leave you alone. It'll take a little bit off the meter, but it's not gonna send them running. Yeah, I'll try one more. I'm sure we'll find plenty more in our travels. Alright, let's find our bed. And now that we have a nice little foothold here, I believe the plan moving forward will probably craft up the improvised crampons when we wake up. Maybe address, this can go. Maybe address some of our research. Peek our head outside, see if maybe we get ourselves Mr. Moose. We could also craft some more arrows because now we have the fixings for them. I don't want to hang here too long, but it is kind of not imperative, but I would like to knock it out sooner than later. Getting that moose, getting his hide, and getting a curing up in here, because again, it's a 10-day process until it's going to be ready to do anything with. So if we can knock that out in the next day or two, at that point we can go off and go do some fishing, scour and scavenge all the other locations in this region. And then by that time, probably half the curing will be done. We'll just have to waste some time. I usually tend to do that off stream when we get to it. But we'll see. It's all going to unfold the way it wants to unfold. We're just along for the ride. So, with that, that's going to do it for this installment. But we will be back to return. Thankfully, side effects from the coof shot have subsided, so I should be back probably in a half an hour to continue along. I imagine we're probably going to be in this region for likely 2, maybe 3 more streams. So we'll do a little bit, and like I said, they just added The Last of Us Part 1, and that is already downloaded onto the console. So I'm assuming we'll probably do what we're going to do here in Coastal Highway, bump over to that, do a couple of chapters, come back, and when we do, we will likely head to Mystery Lake. We could go to Pleasant, actually no, we'll probably go to Pleasant Valley. Because once we get the Moosehide Satchel and everything else established. My next order of business is to always go to Ash Canyon, get the technical backpack. So that'll likely be what we're looking at. So, with that, and me droning on, let's get to the outro. For those in attendance, for those that have come and gone, and for those that may make it to the sound of my voice in the future, thank you all for watching. As always, we appreciate and value your viewership and support of the channel, and hopefully catch you all in the next one. With that, this is Salami signing off, and until next time, peace, y'all.